Alright, so first of all, it seems like this race you win no matter what, because AI, they pit, obviously you need to pit for fuel, but it seems that when AI pit for fuel, they also switch to rain tires. So after rain passes, they do an extra pit stop, which I think like probably 24 seconds. So considering that you start 19 seconds behind the field. So if you, as long as you don't fall back, you will overtake them when they're gonna go for second pit stop. Now the rain itself, I didn't really feel any difference whatsoever. There might be some difference, but it's not a big one. When the rain started, I started lifting earlier, braking earlier, being more gentle with the throttle. So there could have been difference, and if I was going flat out, I might have gotten into some trouble. But as long as you take minimal precautions, make minimal changes to the driving style, based on the fact that it's raining, you're gonna be fine. Now that track itself, let me go into the replay and give you a bit of a, first of all, the run up to this start is ridiculous. So much time wasted. One endurance event here in iRacing on Brands Hatch is Star Mazda. So I think I'm decent on this track. Anyway, alright. Maybe even the driver can show different exterior. That might be better representative of the. So here, the first corner. Tricky corner, not so much here, but very tricky on iRacing. I don't think it's actually representative of what the corner is like, but I will say, like, can I select a lap? Alright, so actually let me go to lap 3, because this was my fastest lap. So you have to brake some time before the hill, right? Especially since it's raining, you brake before the hill. If you don't have ABS on, it's gonna pull you to the right anyway. So basically you brake, your wheels lock up, you start going to the right. All you need to do is counter steer a little bit so it does well. Then you can just go. As soon as you're slightly straight, you can just gun it and the car can. Here, you brake some time before this bridge or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, this is a tricky one in the sense that this is a corner where if you don't have ABS on, the car tends to lock up, and when in the first corner it locks up, it sort of steers you in the correct direction. So it's not too bad. In this corner it locks you up. Even if you saw my full run, you will see that there were a couple of laps when I just spun. Thankfully this is like a hairpin, so it's like 180-degree corner. So you go, you turn around, and so it's not that damaging. But yeah, be very careful. Just brake in a straight line. Don't try to trail brake into the corner. Be gentle on throttle. Maybe you can spin, but mostly you will wash out to the left, and you don't want to wash out too much. So here what I was doing actually, which is very risky, I was going this far, and I spun once because of that. I was going as far right as I can, then I was braking, locking my brakes a little bit. The car would spin to the right. My wheels would hit the grass, and it would rotate at extremely high rate. Like, yeah, like you can see there. I won't rewind because it rewinds way too far. But you can see that the rotation there was tremendous. Here you brake liberally, and then I prefer going up and slowly. Basically, this is the kind of corner where you're fine accelerating out of it. You don't necessarily want to carry speed through it. You definitely don't want to carry speed through it if it's a multi-lap race, because it's very likely that you will wash out in the grass, and because of the way the car is loaded, sort of like left rear wise, if you wash out on the grass, you will spin, and that will be bad. And even if you don't spin, if you manage to hold it, you will hold it by going very wide to the left. And if you go very wide to the left, you will just grass will slow you down. Alright, so next corner you brake earlier than you think, because you want to hit this apex right here. Not go around the curb, but same thing. Honestly, to win iRacing, it's just the way. There is a reason there is this curb there, the yellow one. Yeah, you want to lock up your brakes a little bit again, so you get some rotation here, and you want to slide through here. Same thing here actually, and here it's a bit more tricky because here, maybe it's because you're going uphill. Whenever I would hit the brake, I would lock up, but that's not too bad because you lock up. And here, I see why the lap was so fast, but I had laps that were just slightly slower. I cut the corner here, but if you lock up your brakes correctly here, you do slide. I mean, again, it's a dangerous thing to do, sort of in a way, because you're just gonna slide to the left and in the grass, and again you will spin most likely. And yeah, here you brake, and I'm not sure how to take this corner, honestly, because there are several ways which I felt were equally good, and you can hit the apex. You slow down sort of a bit earlier, and you go into second gear and you hit apex, but there is also an option of understeering a little bit but carrying more speed in the third gear, so you basically brake a little bit later. Maybe you get some, no, I don't usually get brake lockup, but yeah, you just basically, you miss the apex, but you go into third gear, go somewhere through the middle, and then you, instead of slow in, fast out, you sort of slide through. So here it's, if you saw the full replay, I brake a lot earlier than other cars, but the thing is that I brake earlier, and then I just throttle out, and I sort of am careful with my throttle here. Maybe yeah, you can see that I'm at full throttle. I should have had that displayed through the whole lap, but my apologies. Not full throttle, but that also allows me to then just jam it. As soon as I pass over the hill, I jam the throttle. And if you pay attention to the cars that were going in front, the thing is that they going into the faster with faster speed, but because of the way the corner and the camber, and because it's going downwards, they tend to slide to the left side, and that compromises their exit. And I feel that this straight is so long that it's worth it to do that, to go in slow and go in fast. So this is the opposite of what I was talking about the previous corner. You don't want to slide through, you want to maybe go in a little bit slower, and on one occasion a car overtook me here, but that gives you a better exit. So yeah, that's all for the lap, and hopefully thank you, and have a good day, I suppose.